Well, it's a one shot in the dark before it's gone without a warning, and you were looking for a spark early Monday morning. But I'll take what I can get. Between the mixed emotions and too much debt, I'll circle my regret. You know sometimes it's a losing bet. I heard love will tear us apart. At least the TV told me when I was young. So I tried to play the part of a messed up man who was on the run. But the next thing I remember, I was playing in a rock and roll band. 25 years old, feeling so low. That's just who I am. And it's a long run on these midnight streets, casting shadows, trying to avoid the heat. With the street lights on and a Springsteen song, I swear I'll land on my feet. 'Cause it's a long run on these midnight streets. I swear I woke up seeing heaven shining through the skylight right above me, and it looked like something given. But no, nothing in this life is free, so I'll cope with my emotions. Find out where this barroom goes, past a night of empty promises to a future I can't even hold. And it's a long run on these midnight streets, casting shadows, trying to avoid the heat. With the street lights on and a Springsteen song, I swear I'll land on my feet. 'Cause it's a long run on these midnight streets. When I get old and gray and tired, I'll tell the story of the Night Brigade and the music I grew up with, made by Irishmen and renegades. And I'll see my brothers in arms and the same old faces I call my friends. But the times, they were changing. You know one of these days it's gonna have to end. 'Cause it's a long run on these midnight streets, casting shadows, trying to avoid the heat. With the street lights on and a Springsteen song, I swear I'll land on my feet. 'Cause it's a long run on these midnight streets.
Today's episode of The Sit Down with Scott Dion Brown is brought to you by Jeanette McKenzie, Realtor at Forest Hill Signature, Jewelry Forever at jewelryforever.ca, and Beautified by Romina. Enjoy the show.
Broadcasting live from Glenmore Record Studios in Toronto. This is The Sit Down with Scott Dion Brown, your Sunday morning talk show with interesting guests, live musical performances, and the most fun you can fit in your coffee cup. Hosted by Scott Dion Brown and Regine Alaina. This is The Sit Down with Scott Dion Brown.
Hi, everybody. Episode 309 of The Sit Down with Scott Dion Brown and Regine Alaina. Hello to you all.
Hello.
Welcome. I am your host, the one, the only Scott Dion Brown, joined, as always, by the greatest co-host in all the galaxy, the one, the only.
Regine Alaina, happy Sunday. I love the claps in the background. So we need to have clapping in the background, I think.
We should get one of those soundboard things.
No, we just bring our guests in every week and get them to clap.
Get them to clap for us. True. Well, actually, we should clap for them because
that
they
was a
opened the
great
show with
opening
lovely
number.
performance.
Yeah.
So should we bring them in right away and just
I think
start
so.
talking? Okay.
They're antsy. They're all seated now from that performance.
All right, everybody. Oh, by the way, hey Thomas, what's up? Welcome.
Hi,
Sup?
Thomas.
Hello,
Welcome.
Thomas.
Hello.
Hi, Thomas. Thanks for the super chat.
Oh, he has
Yeah,
sent
who
super
knows?
chats
in the past.
Yeah.
Hey, who knows?
I didn't realize that was an actual thing. Okay,
It's real. It's real.
It is.
Ladies
I
and
can hear
gentlemen,
their voices.
yes, please give a warm sit-down welcome to the Howlin Gales. Welcome, gentlemen.
What it do?
Thank you for having us.
Good morning. Good morning. Well, last week we had the Young Scones.
Young Scones,
and they
and you
had
guys-
mentioned them a few times.
Yeah.
Not us realizing that we already had you in the calendar.
Yes.
So it kind of just, is that why you're wearing their shirt?
Oh yeah, check it out.
Nice. My girlfriend actually designed that album cover.
Oh, no way.
Shout out Rachel.
Shout out to
go.
Rachel.
It is very cool.
So we're expecting t-shirts from you guys as well.
We don't have any t-shirts. We don't even have t-shirts.
Well,
Coming soon. Coming soon, everyone.
well, then never mind.
But yeah, welcome to the show, gentlemen.
Thank you so much.
Why don't
Tell
we
us-
start? Introduce yourselves,
yeah.
I guess, to start.
Tell us about the band.
Yeah.
Who are
Well, so
y'all?
let's start down over there. Yeah, go for it.
Hello, I am Cass. That is my name. I play bass. I do backing vocals as well, you know.
Oh, my name's Mark. I play guitar and I sing.
I'm Connor. I also play guitar and sing and play keyboard sometimes.
Wow.
But not
Nice.
today.
Nice. And there's one more member of your band.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're missing our drummer Aaron. He works overnights, so he couldn't make it this morning.
Shout out to Aaron.
Yeah,
Yeah.
shout out. I mean, it's
Sleep well, princess.
I mean, it's crazy weather in some parts of Ontario. So with what he does for work,
Yeah.
keep us safe and
Yes.
not so icy.
Yeah.
Please, and thank you.
First thing I should ask, I've played in a few bands, but it's not that often that you have like multiple singers in a group. I've played in some bands where it's like, sometimes maybe one guy sings or one guy could kind of do side vocals. Meanwhile, I mean, so far the three
Or
that
women.
I've met so far, sure.
Hey.
You're all, yeah, they do.
Okay.
Yeah, the three that I've met so far, they're all. You're all singers. What was
Is
it
Aaron a
planned when you were
singer?
forming the band?
We don't let Aaron within.
Aaron's got some pipes
100
on him.
meters
He's
of
got
the
some pipes on
microphone.
him. He just doesn't sing. Secretly, he's got some pipes on him there.
So it kind of just worked out that way. Like we weren't planning to go like, oh, let's get Cass in here because he's a good vocalist. I mean, that was definitely one of the things I thought about when he joined the band, but it kind of just worked out. This kind of country rock harmonies kind of stuff. Kind of like Crosby, Stills, Nash Young stuff like that. That kind of works.
Yeah.
So you guys did acoustic version this morning. Is it? I know normally you guys do more like rock, alternative, country. What? How did that feel?
We're getting into doing some acoustic stuff. We've done like 3 45-minute sets before, which have been like really long nights. So when we do that, we tend to I'll pull out the acoustic guitar and we'll run some with the band, or I'll run some solo and just try to fill up. When it's that long a time period, you gotta
3 hours
fill
is
up.
big. It's a big chunk of time. Yeah.
Yeah, no, for sure.
It's that's kind of where you're almost most at home too, because like isn't most of the guitar playing you do acoustic, like when you're not on stage?
Yeah, most of the stuff when I'm writing or if I'm just playing, singing along, it's all acoustic. So
Yeah.
I never really practice. It's bad to say, but I never really practice the electric much anymore. It's more just
need it.
it's more
Cousin's
just
face says it
acoustic,
all.
just acoustic writing and stuff like that.
Cool. Do you do most of your? Are you the main? Do you guys write song? You're the main songwriter, I guess, or?
Yeah. I originally actually the drummer for the Young Scones, Marcelo. It was originally me and him were a two-piece playing in the band. And we go back like 5 years and stuff, and played tons of gigs around the province. And then I was in the Scones as well for a little bit there, and I kind of left the Scones to focus more on the Gales, and then he was leaning more towards the Scones, and then that's how we got Aaron in the band. But I've done most of the songwriting for a long time, but then getting these guys in here, they're all great songwriters, so getting them to kind of add their ideas and really make the song full, it really helps.
That's awesome. Wait, how did you get your name, the Howlin Gales?
I pitched it once. It was Howlin' Wolf. Howlin' Wolf is like a big inspiration of mine. He's kind of like an old blues legend, and so I knew I wanted to do Howlin' somewhere in the name. Didn't know how I was going to fit it in. 'Cause it's not exactly an easy thing to fit in. Howlin'. But I had Howlin' and then Gales. I kind of thought was cool. Gales is like a gale force wind. So I kind of thought, okay, we'll be kind of like a quote unquote force of nature or something like that. So
Exactly, Scott.
Just save that audio.
That's
There
pretty
you
good.
go.
That's a good wind sound.
That is the Howlin Gales.
I practiced beforehand. You guys would be. I wanted to
in front
impress
of
you
the mirror
guys.
last
Right. He got scones for the Young Scones, and you got wind for you guys.
I love me some wind.
Yeah.
There you go.
It's a thing we do. Do a thing we do on the show.
Oh my God.
I understand you guys were in the studio recently.
yeah, we've got this album. I kind of had this idea for 2 years to do like an album that's kind of about like the scene and playing music and all our friends and what happens from like 7 p.m. on a Friday to
The jam
7 a.m.
sessions.
Yeah, the jam sessions or the shows or the driving out of town for gigs. And I wanted to kind of write something that felt really authentic. So we're working on this album called Midnight Streets that will hopefully be out by the end of the summer. And
Sweet.
yeah, it's kind of a labor of love getting into the studio. I hate being in the studio. He loves it, but
I do. I work as a producer as well, outside of performing, and so I feel very at home in the studio, which is, I think, one of the reasons why. Like I only joined this band sort of last summer, I think, and maybe is one of the reasons Mark asked me to join is because I think I'm the only one. You don't hate the studio, do you?
I like the studio.
Yeah,
It's
Cass likes the
It's
studio.
a fun time.
Yeah.
I enjoy the studio.
Yeah, no, but I could be in the studio all day and be happy as a clam. So
So do you produce all of the music? Or?
no, we've been working with our friend Dylan Duthie who did some of the Scones stuff as well on their fabulous new album, and he's wonderful, and he's producing and engineering the whole thing. He's doing a great job.
Shout out Witchwood.
Yeah, we're doing it at Witchwood Sound.
Nice.
So what do you think it is about the studio that you dislike?
I think for me, like ever since I was a kid, it was always the performance aspect of music that I really enjoyed. Not necessarily, playing at a young age, but even watching, videos of like Johnny Cash or Bob Dylan or, all these artists kind of playing live. And for me, like just having played so many gigs in the last 3 or 4 years since COVID ended, it's just that's kind of where I've really loved it. Whereas with recording, I kind of find it's great when everything's set up. When everything's set up and ready to go, it's amazing. But the process of getting everything set up, it's just
It's the waiting.
it's the
It's a
waiting
lot
that
of
kills
waiting.
me. Yeah.
Yeah.
You just gotta sit on a couch, man.
Yeah, I tend to start pacing. And just,
Yeah, I find I kind of am two minds about it because I produce my own stuff as well, and but I find I like being in the studio when I'm just like, if I'm like say just arranging the song and maybe like mixing or putting parts in and stuff.
Yeah.
Where I start to get annoyed is like either when I'm recording vocals or if I'm recording something on guitar that's kind of intricate. Because in my mind, it's like, if I was doing this live, I just go up and I would just do it, and I've done it once and it's done, and the audience just,
for better or worse, it's, it's over.
It's out
you know,
there.
and like I'm, you know, it's more about
the moment. And,
yeah. But then when you get up, when I'm in the studio, I'm like, I find I'm like,
Your perfectionism comes out.
yeah, and I'm like critiquing like even like
Recordings forever.
Yeah, exactly. So you're trying to immortalize it.
Yeah.
So I'm like, and I'm trying to think like, do I normally strum it like that? Oh, is that why does that sound weird? You know, you're just doing things that's just like, you find chasing perfection gets really annoying.
I heard Matt Berninger who's the lead singer of The National. He once said that recording a song in the studio it helps to maybe not think of it as like the final product, but more just as like a snapshot of where that song is now. And then you keep playing it live and it revolves more, but it's just kind of like a time capsule of what that song sounds like on that day, sort of. And that sort of mentality has kind of helped me with that kind of perfectionism. Like, I've never been much of a perfectionist anyway, but don't try not to.
They're laughing at you. Are you sure about that?
Do you think I'm a perfectionist?
No. I think you have your moments of needing the perfect.
Well, I want it to be good.
Yeah, that's a good point.
But yeah, I find that sort of mentality helps with, like, don't sweat it too much.
Yeah, Scott, don't sweat it too much.
Yeah,
it is. Yeah, I mean, that's very true. I do find it's like you can like, there are times where I find myself like the version that ends up on the recording is just like, when I finally just get fed up, I'm like, okay, yeah, it's fine.
I've been there as well. Yeah.
Wait, when you're doing your recordings, do you do what we like? Do you
takes, mixes, whichever way you want to go with it.
Yeah. I like to preserve as much of like a whole performance as I can. So I don't like to do too much of like, take this verse from this take and then this verse from another take.
You're not a copy and paste person.
No, I mean, it can be helpful sometimes, especially if you're getting towards the end of that, you're getting a little fed up and you're like, but what do you got?
I would say like most of the stuff we do is live off the floor, and then we kind of overdub stuff afterwards. So I think if for me, it's getting the performance. If we can get a performance all the way through of a really tight version of the song, and then use that as the base with drums and bass and guitar, and then add on top of that, I think that's kind of the approach. Instead of doing like individual tracks and kind of building, I mean, you need the space obviously to do live off the floors and to do that kind of recording, but it's nice to be able to do that.
For sure.
It's preferable for sure,
Than like all multi-track.
Yeah, I find, especially when you're recording like a band, I find it's nice if you can actually get like the feel of the band playing together, right?
Yeah.
Well, that's the thing about live music. It's just that there's such a feeling about it. You listen to a live record, you watch videos on YouTube. There's just something about it.
Yeah.
And the funny thing, it's funny when you were talking about with you're thinking about the different like, how do I play the guitar like that? And I do that on stage sometimes.
No.
Where I'll go, did I forget a verse? Or like there have been times when I've done like acoustic sets and I've known the song so well that I've zoned out halfway through. And then gone back and gone, did I just ask the crowd? Did I miss something there?
You're just feeling the moment. It's okay.
It's crazy, like how much of a difference that sort of like how as much of a full band performance as you can get, like how much of a difference that makes. Like I actually produced the first Scones album, the Gorilla Tapes.
Oh, cool.
And that was all multi-track. So we did drums first and then guitars and whatever. And like we like that record. We're very proud of that record. But I did a few songs on the new record too, the Sconism. And we did those more sort of multi-track, or sorry, excuse me, more
live off the floor,
and then overdubs like Mark was saying, and it makes such a huge difference to do it that way if you can.
Yeah, especially, well, I know like we had the Young Scones on last week. Like they have a lot of stuff where they like. Sorry?
I was gonna say right before we went on, we're like, let's just talk about the Young Scones the whole time. Here we are.
We're doing it. We're fulfilling it. But I was just saying, because especially their music, where they have a lot of like tempo changes and things in their music.
Yeah.
And it's, for starters, just to putting that to a click is
Yeah,
just so annoying.
Yeah, you got to do a lot of automation and that kind of thing. Yeah.
But yeah, I think it's something more real. I mean, again, it depends on the type of music, depends on the song, depends on a lot of things. But I find if it's a band, usually if you can record live, like there's something about it that just for me feels
it's
better.
The energy of playing music too. Like there is really nothing like it, right?
I mean, you guys are great, and it was
thanks.
just acoustic, so I can only imagine what the whole band in your actual element, not actual element, but when your band element sounds like. I mean, I've heard the audio clips, but I spied on you guys a little bit.
You guys do some research.
I did.
Well,
I liked your music.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Well, speaking of your music, you guys got some shows coming up.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've got we got 3 shows this weekend. We're in London on the Thursday,
Wow.
at Poacher's Arms, and then we're at Two Doors Down in Brantford on Friday, and then Saturday we're at this place. It's like a chicken place in Barrie.
Chicken?
CW, fried chicken.
Oh, it's CW Coops.
CW Coops.
You can
in
sing
Barrie.
Chicken Fry. Are you allowed to?
That wouldn't be a bad cover.
That's a.
You should.
Thank you. That's
you're
a
welcome.
good. Thank you, Regine.
That's what I'm here for.
But the big show we have in the city is April 11th with the Scones at Adelaide Hall,
Nice.
which should be fun.
Yeah,
so.
that's gonna be a big one. We're very excited for that.
That's awesome.
You know what I realized? All of the bands that we've had on recently are all very interconnected with each other.
Yeah.
With Propter Hawk.
We had
and
Propter
Scone,
Hawk,
yeah.
who has Brian, and Brian's part of the Young Scones, and then you all worked with the Young Scones.
I mean,
and-
it's.
Should we just keep going?
We're all buddies.
We're all friends. Yeah.
I love that. Next week we also have musical guests, but they're not in your world. I don't
The
think.
Mollies, you said?
No, they're not until May.
Oh, who's next week?
Chad Beloin and his
Oh.
friends.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. Different.
Do you know them?
he's been on our show a few times.
We're
Well,
sure they're lovely.
We'll introduce you guys, and then some of their members can join, and you can.
Yeah,
so they can kind of
we just
join
grow the
whole thing.
family. Yeah.
Switching
It's a
again.
different sound, but it will work.
That's what we
It
do
will
here,
work.
you know.
Chad's once upon a time was more boy band covers, like boy band sound, but I think he's revamping his sound right now, which is why
this
he's
current
coming
group
on.
is very different. Yeah, different
Yeah.
feel.
Cool.
So,
we
anyway,
love experimenting.
Yeah.
musical.
Well, then, okay, like, yeah, speaking of, like, different sounds, so there's country, there's alternative, there's rock, and then there's you guys. How did you create your sound, and how did you get that genre?
Well, actually, it's funny. The old drummer Marcelo, he used to always say.
Again with the fucking
I
Scone.
know. Well, no, it's Marcelo. I mean, he was in the band. We worked together for
You can't
5
talk
years.
about
We can't
you
talk
guys
about this
without
band. He used to always bug me and say like, "Oh, you're a country singer," and I would say, "No, I'm not." And then he'd say, "No, but you're a country singer." And kind of looking back at my influences and stuff, a lot of the
You're wearing
songwriting.
Springsteen,
That's why
like-
I'm wearing Springsteen.
There's like 3 or 4 Springsteen references in the 4 songs that we just sang.
Yeah, pretty much. But no, just looking back at kind of the music I grew up with, it was a lot of
Irishman and Renegades.
yeah, it was a lot of singer-songwriter or country or rock, but not like more of the Springsteen style of rock or the band or Bob Dylan at that.
Roots rock.
Roots rock. And then but when I kind of started playing electric guitar, I started getting more into, like the Black Keys and the Arctic Monkeys and, stuff like that. So I tried to, I think this band is kind of an amalgamation. These guys have completely different tastes in music. Like there's a lot of crossover, but at the same time, everyone kind of has like, Cass is a huge Beatles fan.
Nice.
Connor
So you
likes,
must love that poster. Is that why you
I
keep
did
looking
see
over
it.
there?
I did see that poster.
That's why you keep
I was
looking
staring
over.
at it for a little bit. I
It's
got
like
lost.
John Lennon for people who can't see
Yeah.
it, but
Yeah.
John on the Mercy Beat magazine.
1963 or 4, that would be?
64.
64?
64, July 30th. Anyway, sorry.
I'm also a bit of a Beatles nerd.
yeah, it's no, it's kind of one of those things that it's nice now because I used to just be writing mostly on my own, but it's nice now to bring it to a band and then the song, like everything's right, like on the record and going forward is all co-written because it just feels like the songs change completely as I bring it to the guys. Like Connor's gonna play something and Cass is gonna play something different, Aaron's gonna play something, and it's just all kind of adds. And these guys they're all songwriters, so it really helps having that, knowing that they
Less
know how to
pressure.
write, and less
Yeah.
pressure, and just knowing if I bring half a song or just an idea that they might take it and run with it, and it could end up being something cool.
Cool. So you find has that altered maybe your process a little bit in terms of writing? Like, do you go maybe almost intentionally going, okay, yeah, well, maybe it'll be better if I figure this part out with them in the room, or like, do you prepare things? Yeah, do you prepare it a little differently now, or do you find
It really depends. I mean, sometimes I'll sit down and be able to write a full song, like the one we did today, or we're doing later, "Angels on the Highway." That one, it was one sitting. I wrote it and then I brought it to the band. So that happens sometimes. Sometimes I'll have 3/4 of a song. The fun thing that I started doing actually, in one of the songs we have that we recorded, that's going to be on the record in a while, is called "Hands Guide Me," and it was I actually tried to write a song in Cass's voice. So something that's kind of like he ends up singing it, but something that's more his style, because he's got a very unique style of in his own right. So it's I kind of do that, and a lot of times it's just if I have ideas, I just know the guys will run with it, or they'll tell me if it's a bad idea right away. Which there are those sometimes, you know.
That's kind of cool, writing in someone else's voice.
Yeah.
I don't write music, so I wouldn't know what that means, but I think that's cool.
So what did that feel like when you were doing that, in terms of the, like, what do you feel you did differently? Were you thinking differently as you were doing it?
Yeah, I was probably more aware of it. I was more aware of kind of what I was trying to write, being more specific with it. And yeah, a lot of it is, I mean, it's a challenge trying to sing in his register because he's got a very high voice. So trying to kind of figure out what would be cool melodies and then usually I'll write some ideas and then send them to Cass, and he'll kind of finish the rest of them and then, you know, bring it to the band and go from there. But so it's not full writing, but I'm at least trying to get kind of the base of Cass voicings in songs.
So Cass, do you like what he created for you?
Hate it.
He doesn't know me at all.
No, you know, sometimes he'll play something and he'll be like, I kind of thought of this like for you to sing, and I'll listen. I'll be like, this is something I would do.
He knows you a little bit.
You got that shit down. No, but I do like the track we did, "Hands Guide Me," and I'm excited for when it comes out.
Yeah,
Sweet.
So you guys said in the summer?
End of summer.
End of summer, yeah. We've got a couple of backlogged EPs that we're going to release. One coming out April 10th.
There you go.
And then one coming out probably early or mid-May, and then do the whole singles thing, and then the album probably by the end of the summer.
So we'll have you
Fantastic.
all back on before then?
That'd be great.
Or by
amazing.
then?
We love that. Yeah,
That'd be great. Why don't we, can we hear another song?
absolutely.
Sure.
All right. What we'll do is we'll let us know what are you guys going to play for us next, and then what we'll do is we'll send you guys over there to get ready to play, and then we'll throw it over to you guys. But what are we going to hear from you guys?
We're going to play Alabama.
Ooh.
Alabama.
So I like that song, actually.
Me too.
Nice.
Sorry.
All
Not
right.
actually. That's so rude.
Oh, actually,
I
that
like
one, yeah,
that.
that one's
Oh,
That was
yeah.
pretty good. That was pretty good.
Thank God they're doing that one. One of their other pieces of shit.
All right.
right.
So here,
You guys
I'll
go get ready.
Yeah, I'll mute
We'll
you
go
guys'
get
mics.
ready.
Get yourselves ready. All right. Yeah. So, oh, actually, there's something that we'll talk about on the other side of the ad break. What we'll do is once they're ready to play, we'll play, and then we're gonna do the ads. We'll have you play another one after that, and then there's something
And
I
then
want
you
to
have
talk about.
something to talk
Yeah,
about.
I thought of a subject that we could talk about. It's
Oh.
more like a question that I wanna ask about. We'll find out.
Oh.
But okay, so they're just grabbing their instruments. Everyone, if you are watching, hit the like button.
Yes,
Also,
please.
if you have any questions
For the
for
Howlin'
the
Gales.
Howlin' Gales, feel free to ask them in the chat, and we can ask them on the other side of this performance. But all right, are you guys more or less ready over there? All right, nice.
All right.
Let me get, where's the camera? Here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, the Howlin' Gales.
Alabama, do your worst. Between cheap motels and credit cards in your daddy's purse. Oh, you know I know I ain't your first. So do your worst. Locked outside of Memphis, Tennessee. caught between a God-fearing man and my tendencies. Oh, a preacher's daughter, born on her knees, with a willingness to risk it all if she could buy a key. Lord, Alabama, do your worst. Between cheap motels and credit cards and your daddy's purse. Oh, you know I ain't your first, so do your worst. Appalachia running wild. All this time you were waiting there, just waiting for the trial. But you know, you've always been a bit wild. Running, screaming into the woods, just a running wild, Lord. Alabama, do your worst. Between cheap motels and credit cards and your daddy's purse. Oh, you know I ain't your first, so do your worst.
That was the Howlin Gales.
Oh, that was my howl.
There we go. We're going to get them to play another song after, but first we're going to do the ad break, everybody. Today's wonderful episode of the Sit Down with Scott, Dion Brown, and Regine Alaina is brought to you by the following fantastic advertisers.
Yes,
they
are.
make this show possible. So let's meet them, shall we? Where, if I can find the thingy. Oh, there it is. The Toronto real estate market is growing and changing every day. In these challenging times, you need someone in your corner. Jeanette McKenzie, Realtor at Forest Hill Signature, is committed to looking out for you. She'll go the extra mile to ensure you have all the information you need to make a decision you can feel confident about. Purchasing a home is one of the biggest financial investments you'll make in life. Don't leave it to chance.
No.
Call Jeanette McKenzie at Forest Hill Signature. She's my realtor, and she could be yours. Call today at 416-523-0408 or email at jmckenziehomes@gmail.com. Jewelry forever. Conveniently located at CF Markville Shopping Center on 5000 Highway 7 East Markham. They do custom-made jewelry, repairs, laser engraving. And they change watch batteries, all done on site. Jerry at Jewelry Forever, what a great artist. Do you have a vision for something custom you'd like made?
I do.
Do you have a something that needs repairing?
I do.
I saw him fix a ring that got crushed flat by a car once. He brought it back, Regine.
I know. It's cool.
And we have an amazing deal worked out with them, don't we?
Yes, we do. If you go in and let them know Scott and Regine sent you, you'll get 15% off your entire purchase.
That's right. 15% off, 15%. Mention the show. Get a great deal. And you'll be sure to find something special for the special person in your life. Jewelry Forever. When you're ready to say forever, think Jewelry Forever. Find out more. Huh?
Did you see the video he posted recently of one of the jewelry shops in Oakville?
Fighting back against robbers? Yeah.
So does Jerry. Jerry at Jewelry Forever fights back.
Yeah. Guarantee you, if you're a robber, don't go there. You won't like it.
No.
But everyone else should go and check out more at jewelryforever.ca. Follow them on Instagram and TikTok as well. Beautified by Romina.
internationally trained hair and makeup artist. She is the official hair and makeup artist of the Sit Down. Not only does she do our hair and makeup when we decide to do photo shoots and MC live events, but she also does hair and makeup for weddings, engagements, date nights, pageants,
Films.
headshots for corporate or pageantry.
Everything. Anything you need to be, anytime you need to be beautified.
Thank you, Beautified by Romina. Reach out to her on Instagram and Facebook at Beautified by Romina.
And if you'd like to advertise on the show, it's very easy, right, Regine?
It's simple. All you have to do is email us at radioshowad, that's radioshowad@gmail.com.
That's right. We do the show live every week, people. And we also do the ads live week to week.
Clearly.
What does that mean? It means you can personalize them week to week. Do you have an event, a sale, something happening at a particular time, a particular place? You let us know. We'll let your potential client base know in real time. It's a great way to build a brand new relationship with a brand new audience. So get in touch, radioshowad@gmail.com. Welcome back, everybody. And now, once more, you guys ready over there? Yeah. Taking it away once more, the Howlin Gales.
Oh.
Feeling high, looking over the Golden Valley. Me and my beat up old caddy headed west. It's a dicey hand at best. Loaded up, I said bye to my only family. I knew exactly what it meant to stick around in this old mining town. I saw angels on the highway late last night, ghosts stuck in their old ways. I lit a cigarette and I headed down the line. Well, I hope there's better days, better days, better days. Well, the show lights, they were shining California. Maybe it's not for you this time. Well, what do you have in mind? Hotel lobbies and guards down by the exits. Oh, who the fuck would let this be alright? We fade without a fight. Drive out of this canyon, leave it all out of mind. But I've left once before, I can't leave a second time. So before I pull this trigger, oh, tell me if it's true. Oh, tell me that there's nothing left. I got nothing left to lose. I saw angels on the highway late last night, ghosts stuck in their own ways. I lit a cigarette and I headed down the line. Well, I hope there's better days, better days, better days.
that was the Howlin Gales.
That was our
Forming
howling.
2. Oh yeah, then we howled after. And they're making their way back to the seats.
Don't forget to unmute them.
Oh yeah, unmuting their mics. Fantastic 2 songs there, gentlemen. Yeah, well done.
Thanks, guys.
Tell us about the
yeah,
second
so-
song we just.
Yeah, so we heard Alabama, and then what was on after that?
The other one was Angels on the Highway. It's a weird one because I wrote it. There's this band that I was kind of auditioning for.
Oh.
I didn't, like, this is years ago.
Didn't make the cut.
Well, it just kind of stuff falls through, you know. But then I wrote this. I'm like, this will be great because there was a female vocalist in the band. I'm like, this would be great for a female vocalist. And then once I brought it to the band, they're like, you can't bring that to someone else. And then next thing you know, it was our song. But it's kind of like I don't know. I kind of like the idea of like the almost like a runaway, someone from a small town goes to the big city, that kind of thing. And that's kind of what the whole song is about. It's a little dark, but at the same time, it's, you know, you got to write dark songs sometimes.
Exactly.
I think some of the best ones, yeah.
I know we were. As I was listening to you sing Alabama, I realized your vocals are very similar to like the Zach Bryan growl.
Yeah.
Have you heard that before?
I've gotten Zach Bryan maybe once. I've actually gotten, we used to
Now
do
twice.
Now twice. We used to do a cover of Tennessee Whiskey by Chris Stapleton. And I can kind of do a decent Chris Stapleton. So
When
I've
I hear
gotten
that song, it gets stuck in my head. So let's change the song, please, because I'll be singing it for the rest of the night. No, but it's great. It's great. Both songs are really good.
I appreciate it.
You're welcome.
It's great to have it playing as a full band and, you know, or 3/4 of the band, I should say, and really hearing the different parts kind of come out.
Do you prefer doing this as an acoustic set or as like the full sound that it was meant to be?
For that song?
Or all your songs that you're performing today, I guess.
I would say All I Know is more fun acoustic.
Which is the last one we're going to do later.
But the other ones I would say is with a full band, it kind of adds some energy to it, especially Angels on the Highway. It's got kind of like there's a couple fills in there and there's a couple kind of stops and builds back up and yeah, I mean overall it's usually fun having drums on most of the tracks, but then it is nice to kind of chill out and not have to worry about that.
You should have jumped on drums for
Next time.
I just realized that. I'm like, you play drums.
I mean,
Sorry, Aaron. If you're
Shout out
watching.
Aaron. He's sleeping though. He's not watching.
Yeah, he's probably still
sleeping.
sleeping.
He's passed out.
Oh, poor guy.
You can watch after. It's on demand afterwards.
Exactly.
Okay,
So
one
you
thing
had a question.
One thing I want to talk about. It's got nothing to do with anything we were just talking about. But it was something I thought about earlier.
Okay.
So tell me what you guys think of the situation. Okay. I was talking about it again because me and my girlfriend went to breakfast yesterday, and then we were talking about because I was in Mexico City a little while ago, right? So my girlfriend's the type of person who, like, let's say we're planning to go to a restaurant, she'll look
at the menu.
Yeah, in advance, she'll go on the restaurant website, like, looked at it a bit. And I tend to not do that. I tend to I'll just go and I'll just I'll look through the menu and I'll have this.
Okay.
Right? Yeah. Okay. So we went to this one place in Mexico City and it was a nice place. We walk in and it was like an outdoor patio type thing. And it was just, I'm like, this is nice. Right.
Okay.
But anyway, so we sit down. So the waiter comes over and like hands us the menus, but we haven't looked at them yet. Right. And he was just like, all right, so can I start you guys with some drinks, coffee? This is like breakfast, brunch time, right? Mm-hmm. Coffees. He goes, oh, and we're also doing like 2-for-1 mimosas. And I was like,
Sold.
you know what? I'll take a mimosa. Thanks. I'll take it. Right. So he brings me my mimosa. And then, it was kind of like, so we ate and then we got our food and everything. And I ended up not even going with the second mimosa just because I was kind of drinking it slowly and I just ended up not having
What
it.
a waste of a good deal.
Yeah. So, but I was like, whatever. I'll just get the one mimosa. It's fine. So then the bill comes, okay, and so it was in pesos, but we did the calculation. So my meal came out to like $13-14, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
My girlfriend's came out to like roughly the same, $12-14, right?
Average.
My mimosa
Was
$35. What? Yes.
One mimosa?
One mimosa.
Well, it
So,
was supposed to be 2 for 1.
supposed to be 2 for 1, but 2 for 1 is still
$15 for a mimosa.
That's where they got you.
Yes.
Was it freshly squeezed orange juice?
I don't know.
like
That's
moe
good
in there?
business.
Like,
what was the sparkling?
The thing that I'm asking, right? Because that's why
Okay.
we were talking with my
Sorry.
girlfriend, right? Because like my girlfriend's like, she's like, yeah, that would have never happened to me because I would have looked at the menu in
Yeah.
advance. And I'm like, well, I don't. But the thing is, I think in my mind, I'm like, it's not. Like, let's say I go to a restaurant. You know, sometimes you go to a restaurant and they bring you bread. Like sometimes there's
Yeah.
just bread, right? Like if they bring me bread. It would be uncool of the restaurant to be like, "Oh, you didn't ask. The bread's $99."
Right.
Right. So like, should I have known? Like, I don't know, because the waiter was like, "Hey, you want your drinks?" Like when someone says to me, hey, "Oh, are you going to order drinks?" Like outside of like a bottle of wine, which you don't know what's that going to cost.
Yeah.
There's a reasonable amount that you think it would cost.
Yeah.
Especially if it's a promo.
If it's a promo.
Yeah.
So anyway, I don't know. Did I do something wrong, or is the restaurant being a little? What do
They
you
know
guys
what they're
think?
doing. I think it's a good business model for the restaurant to do you like that. Honestly.
I mean,
But as a customer, it does suck. It's happened to me quite a few times recently, you know.
Mm-hmm.
You go to a place, you get something, it's expensive. You know? You don't realize.
Did you ask how much the promo was?
I did not.
Well, then that's on you.
But the thing is, but that's okay. You go.
Well, I think it's. So I used to be a just show up and look at the menu guy, and I've recently become a
I can't do that.
look it up first, thing.
Yeah.
I don't know if that would have helped you there because sometimes the promos don't show
It
up.
may not be on the menu at all.
But
True.
but
What's the
I-
name of the place? Sorry, I want to see if it is on the.
blow up the spot.
I can't remember anymore.
I
I will
also
message your girlfriend.
I think that it's not a reason. It's reasonable for you to expect that the mimosa would not be $35. I think that's reasonable for you to expect that it would be less than that.
I would agree. I mean, I know that there are places you can go, and I will say this was a nice place.
Yeah.
Right. And there are places you can go where, yeah, there's expensive drinks and cocktails are expensive
yeah.
and stuff. But it just feels
But
like
if your meal was like $15,
yes, yeah,
then
Doesn't add up.
it doesn't.
It was
The
planned,
math
for
does
sure.
not
It
math.
was planned.
The
It was
math
planned.
isn't mathing.
Yeah.
This is a conspiracy.
Well, because like even yesterday, right? Like we went for breakfast
I
yesterday.
literally just messaged your girlfriend.
Okay.
by the way.
Well, yeah. Yesterday we went for breakfast, right? Sat down, and like it's pretty normal. Like even before you looked at the menu, like, oh, coffees, right?
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, I'll take a coffee, right? And she ordered, right? So like, I didn't ask how much the coffee was.
Right.
In my mind, I have depending where you are, like a coffee might be $4, it could be
Yeah.
$7, right? But I wouldn't expect it to be $40.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean,
never know.
A mimosa and a coffee are not the same. Like it's apples and oranges a little bit.
yeah.
Or coffee and mimosas, but but yeah, I think I think you're probably in the right here.
I don't know. You should have checked how much it was first.
But is that like?
Because I would ask. I'd be like, okay, well, how much is it? And if he's like $30, I'd be like,
Well,
I'm okay. I'll take water.
I'm confused about the 2-for-1 too.
Uh-huh.
So is it like normally 2 mimosas would have been $70?
Exactly. That's what
That's
I'm
what-
thinking. That's
right,
what that
okay.
implies,
Oh,
right?
That's insane then.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's absolutely insane. You get a pitcher of mimosas for that place in the
Or
city.
maybe they got tariffs. You never
true.
know.
That's
You
true.
never know.
We
Sorry,
did not
mimosas
consider
were $12.
They were actually
but they
cheaper
would-
once
big
upon a time.
Orange elephant in the room. We
The
did not
oranges
consider.
came from Florida. You're in New Mexico. Put 2 and 2 together, Scott.
I should have known.
Gosh.
I should have known. Yeah, that's true. Because like 2 for $1, $35. That doesn't sound. Yeah, exactly. Because that means normally our mimosas are $35 for one.
Okay, let me,
It feels like a lot.
do you not recall at all what
I
it was?
can't remember. I'd have to. No, it was pretty.
L something.
Usually, that's a safe guess. Yeah.
She's not online.
I was because here's what I said. Here's what the point that I made to her yesterday.
Okay.
I was like, there is a certain a reasonable expectation of especially if they say there's a special or oh yeah, here we have this whatever, with that stuff that it's not going to be an astronomical amount.
Like maybe $20.
Yeah, I mean, I guess again you're at a fancy place. I guess.
Oh, so it was a fancy place.
Well, I said it was nice.
But the meal was
Yeah, the meal
$14.
was
Yes.
So how
cheap.
fancy can it be?
yeah,
I'm gonna blame the tariffs on that one.
yeah. I
When
don't-
in doubt, blame the tariffs.
if that happened to me in Toronto, I probably would have said something.
So then why didn't you say something when you were there?
One thing that I did find in Mexico City is that it's because other places I've been when you're a tourist, almost always you walk in, they'll say hi in their language.
Maybe it was a
I say
tourist
hi, and then
tax.
could have been that. I don't know. But like usually most places I go, it's like as soon as I speak English, they almost always have someone who speaks
Hola.
English.
Right.
Mexico City though, I found that was like not the case. It was
Right.
like most places, it's like some places might have an English menu
Maybe
for
he
you.
charged you for a picture of mimosa.
Who knows? I don't know. But anyway, what I just found is that
He took
it
one
was
look at you and saw a sucker.
Yeah, he's
coming in
like,
the door.
he's got
Saw
money.
me
Let's
coming.
send him.
yeah.
Let's.
But yeah, anyway, I was saying most
overcharge.
places they don't speak English as well as
Right.
like they just speak Spanish. So I'm not going to try to like, hey, this was And it was just funny that it was like I ordered this mimosa. I didn't even drink both, and like the mimosas cost more than both our meals.
Were they,
Next time you just
yeah.
do the deal.
were they like at least like big mimosas, or was it?
Or is
It
it
was-
a flute?
It wasn't a flute, but it wasn't like
It was like a wine
it wasn't
glass?
big. It wasn't
Yeah.
gigantic. It was like a
30
glass.
It was in a fishbowl.
$35 worth. It
No.
wasn't.
There's an important
There's
detail.
nothing. That's the
Yeah.
thing. There's nothing in there. Like no matter how, there's nothing in that I could be like, yeah, that makes sense at that cost.
Yeah.
I mean, unless they use really fancy
Like
champagne or
Veuve.
something.
There was a
yeah.
Veuve in there.
Yeah.
You never know. Well,
So be careful, everyone. I guess that's the
Okay.
lesson.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Buyer beware.
Yeah.
is that what you were gonna ask us? If it was, what was your question? Was it reasonable for the price to be $35?
No, you know what it is? Okay, that's a good point.
I'm
Okay,
like, what was your question?
what is my problem with it?
Excellent question, Regine.
Yes, good point.
Right?
We should
But, like,
clarify,
wait.
right? Because I don't have an issue with them charging whatever they want for their drinks.
Yeah.
Right. Because like I've been to places that you can go to places and pay $50 for a cocktail. Like you go to, right.
I mean, you could get a whole Caesar and
Yeah.
a stack of burgers for that
Exact-
price.
True. But so like I think the thing that bothers me is like the way he asked it and like presented it as a thing, it just felt like a little
Or was it just his hospitality and being like, "Would you like a mimosa?" We
yeah,
got
like
a
maybe everyone
deal."
maybe everyone there is like, "Oh yeah, this is where I go to spend $40 on a
They're
drink."
probably like suckers.
So yeah, I don't know. I think the part that bugs me was just like it felt like very much
It felt like they got
Sounds
you.
yeah,
Yeah.
it sounds like they knew what they were doing.
So what was the
They
question?
took advantage
Scott?
of the situation there.
yeah, well, I'm not sure what my exact question is.
He's frustrated.
Yeah.
He's
His
making
question
a
is,
statement right now.
Yeah. Yeah. That's
That was the question.
yeah. It was like I saw a thing where I think it was a comedian or something who said it. I can't remember where I saw it now, but a guy was like he was at a convenience store and like he was buying like a Gatorade or something, and then the woman was like, "Hey, you can grab 2 more," and the guy was like, "Oh," and he like grabbed 2 more. And she just charged him for 3, right?
That's a great idea.
What if he did charge you for 2 and you just didn't drink the second one?
Maybe he forgot about the deal, like the 2 for 1.
Yeah, maybe
And
the
he just,
system was
and he just remembered
wonky.
that you charged you bought 2.
But
so,
you technically only got 1.
yeah.
Maybe it's on you. Maybe you
No,
should have
that would still be on.
But did you check
him
the
or the
receipt to
restaurant.
see if it was like 2 mimosas or just 1 mimosa?
We looked at the receipt. I don't remember what it's. I think it did say 2 for 1. I think
It
it
said
did.
L something.
Yeah.
Loser. Just kidding.
Yeah. So I don't know. My question is just like what you said. It was just like
WTF.
it just felt. I just felt a little like okay.
We can all go down to the restaurant together and figure this one out.
Get a mimosa
Alright.
just for you.
Book the flights. Let's go.
Yeah.
There you go. Well, there's
Still-
only 5 of us, so if it's a 2 for 1 deal, someone is going to just get 1
Or
or 2.
2.
I can't believe you didn't check how much it was.
So you're firmly in the camp then, like so.
you should have asked, what is
I
the
wouldn't
deal?
have checked either, honestly.
See, yeah, I
I wouldn't have checked.
I would have been like, well, what's the deal?
So you go down. You get to a
What's the
restaurant.
deal?
2 for 1.
Okay,
2 for
how
1
much is
mimosas.
it?
Yeah, I guess I should have said that. I just didn't even. You know what it is? In my mind, I'm like, again, because I have this idea of like roughly what a drink would cost.
Dos por uno.
Yeah,
Is it like a brunch spot in New Mexico, or is it like
not New Mexico, just Mexico.
Oh, in Mexico, is it like a? Well, I'm not gonna Google it because it's a lot of brunch spots.
It was
Mexico City is very big.
yeah, I'm
it's
like, I'm not
gigantic.
gonna.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was I don't think it just did brunch. I think it was like a restaurant. It was
I
like
don't
we were outside. I just remember it was like the architecture was like it was fancy. It was like one of the. It was like in terms of pretty places. It was like one of the nicest ones we went to.
El Denny's.
That was it. It's on the tip of my tongue.
There you go. There you go.
You kill me.
That was funny.
So yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure what my question was. I think what you know what it is. You know what it is. I just want to be.
needs to vent.
I'm venting a bit, and I want to be like. I feel like our society should be one where like I go to a restaurant and they're like, oh yeah, you guys want drinks, and I shouldn't have to go. Oh well, how much is that?
Right.
Because there's like everyone has this idea in their mind of like roughly what stuff costs.
Yeah.
Right. So.
The next time you have a mimosa, make sure you ask how much.
I guess I will, but the thing is our world better if now we have to ask every time? Is this the world we want to live in?
Well,
That's the question.
We're getting deep here.
I don't know if I don't know if this is a problem we're going to solve here today.
I think we could do it. I think we can get this.
We
done.
are just simply musicians. We can only count to 4, you know? Like, we...
1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah.
That's the first step.
Well, there's a question in the chat from Thomas Sinclair.
Hello, Thomas
that's-
Sinclair.
That's my brother. He goes to University of Vermont.
Oh, is he in Vermont right now?
He's in Vermont right now.
Howdy.
Your darling brother.
Your darling brother.
So Thomas asked, we got 2 Thomases in the chats then.
Hello,
Look at that.
Thomases.
Thomas says, what is your favorite memory as a band?
Oh,
It's a deep one.
that is a deep one.
A lot we don't
It's actually a really
It's a lot.
easy, it's a simple answer, you guys. It's being on the sit down. God.
This isn't a memory yet, though. It's still happening.
so-
It's happening right now.
Present.
Fine,
Yeah.
fine.
I mean, I would say like maybe not a favorite memory, but definitely a memorable one was we had our first show back at the Horseshoe a couple weeks ago. Would have been
Yeah, it was
about a month ago.
Beginning of March.
Beginning of March, and I was nervous, and literally within 30 seconds, the first song I snap a string, and then we had to rotate guitars for the first 3 or 4 songs, and like I'm sweating because the lights are hot, and I wouldn't say it's the best memory, but it's definitely memorable.
It sticks out.
It sticks out, yeah.
Most recent.
I just remember because that was your brother's question. I should say it's my mom's birthday. Happy birthday, Mom.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
She's not watching, but happy birthday to my
might.
mom.
She
Oh,
might.
happy birthday.
Happy birthday to your mom.
Lovely.
Sorry, just
That was a memory that popped up.
yeah.
There've been some fun ones. I mean, some of the shows where there hasn't been that many people or it hasn't been that popular have been really fun. Like we had a show with this one band up in Guelph, and we were trying to leave, and they ended up playing about almost 2 hours, and we were after us, and we were trying to go, but then we just kept hanging out.
We had to go. We were going
up north.
Yeah.
But
that's
then we
fun.
ended up just hanging out and drinking and kind of just
Never made it up north.
No, we did eventually, but it was very late. But no, I think some of the best times in bands are when you don't necessarily, you know, the nights where it's packed is amazing. It's always fun. I mean, you make money. It's great. But then, you know, those nights where it's just you and your buddies kind of out in some town or you know in some random bar, and you know you might have too much to drink, or you know you might have
Too many mimosas.
Too many mimosas, and
Then all of a sudden you're broke.
all of a sudden you're broke, and then
$30.
yeah. But yeah, no, I don't think there's like one specific memory. They all kind of, we've played so many gigs. The problem is they all kind of mesh together.
Yeah, sometimes.
After a certain time. Oshawa was always fun though.
We love Oshawa.
We love
Schwa.
Oshawa, yeah.
the dirty schwa.
We've played some. We always play the Atria out there. That one's always fun, and yeah, I mean, I'm always entertained when these two start drinking because it's like they're like a tag team. Because our drummer Aaron, he doesn't really drink that much, and then I'm driving, so I have a couple beers, but then you know these two
The passenger princesses.
they don't drink, and they don't
we drink.
drive. They drink. They don't
They don't
drive.
drink water. They
We
don't
don't
drink.
They don't drive, so there have been some entertaining moments where it's just me, you know, sober driving back, and these two just the discussions.
I was
and,
gonna say the car rides.
The
home
car-
from
I was the-
long
my first thought was the car
faraway
rides.
Places. Yeah,
yeah,
it's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I
there's-
mean, I'm a passenger princess too. I get it.
Yeah.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah. You two have any favorite memories
I was thinking.
that you remember?
I was gonna say there's a lot of it we don't remember.
There was that time in the Atria when that woman that looked like a witch on my birthday gave us free drinks.
Hey, that was
But
pretty
it
good.
Not like a mean way witch. She just had like witch clothing on.
like
Right,
very
yes.
gothic.
Yeah,
very
yeah.
gothic.
Yes.
It was cool. It was cool.
Yeah. It was a good fit.
She made an impression.
She
Yeah.
broke a fit off.
Yeah.
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 She had that shit on.
She did. Yeah.
Nice.
Should I? We have kind of a running joke, and we've stopped it a little bit, but we
cannot.
No, we can't reveal it. We can't reveal it.
We cannot reveal
I don't even know what you're talking
because then it won't work anymore.
Oh, right. Yeah. No, that's got to be a band secret.
It's gonna be events. Okay, I got.
Secrets
We'll tell you
are
after.
with
We'll tell you
friends.
We'll tell you after. We'll tell you off
fine.
air.
It's not for the internet.
It
It's not for
stays
the
in the
internet.
secrets of the Howlin Gales.
We'll tell you off air if you want.
It's like we killed a man.
That's what your songs are about, right? That one moment.
We gotta be really outlaw.
Yeah.
Okay, if you don't have a favorite memory, I guess what was your favorite venue that you guys have played at?
Handlebar.
Yeah, the handlebar. is my
Handlebar
favorite.
is like in Kensington Market is, yeah. For years, it's kind of been our favorite bar. It's fun if you're just watching a show. It's fun if you're playing. You don't need. The nice thing about the bar is it's small enough that you don't need a ton of people for it to feel full. But when it is full, it's amazing.
Is that the venue that the guys were talking about last week? In
The Scones.
Kensington?
The Scones have
Probably.
played there a lot.
Probably
Yeah.
then. It was like
Yeah.
psychedelic, kind of?
No,
No.
it might have been
Oh.
Tapestry there.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
they
they
were
were probably
Tapestry,
because
that's
of
right.
that's where their album release was. Yeah. It's the handlebar's right down the street from there, and yeah, it's my favorite bar for sure in the city, and my favorite part is just the people there. Like the manager Zach is like the world's nicest man.
Shout out to Zach.
Shout out Zach, and like all the staff there are like so great, and they always get cool bands in there like us, and yeah, it's just always I always have a great time there.
You don't always remember the times you have at Handlebar, but
No.
it's always fun when you're there and doing it.
Probably like
He's like, yeah.
probably like 2 of the top 5 drunkest I've ever been. I've been at Handlebar.
Well, there you go.
Oh.
Have you been?
I can't remember. I think I have actually.
But you also had a great time.
But I
you
also had a
don't
great
remember?
time.
Yeah. You
Yep,
should
we'll do
go
it too.
and tell them we sent you.
There you go. The Howlin Gales
Tell them the
sent
Howlin
us.
Gales sent us.
Yeah.
I guess dream venue.
Oh,
Sorry.
it's kind of a weird one. I went when I was like 18. I didn't sneak in, but I used a fake ID to get into the Key to Bala up in
yeah.
Northern Ontario. And I was going to see the Glorious Sons. I basically just walked in and kind of looked and saw the venue because my 2 other buddies didn't get in with their fake IDs, and so I had to go back out and drive them home. But I think the Key to Bala would be crazy just because it's such an iconic venue. It's been there for years, and Northern Ontario is so beautiful. My family has a place up there, and
Oh, nice.
it's always nice to get up there. And yeah, for me, I think it'd be the Key.
Yeah.
How about-
I thought you were gonna say like the Opry or something like that.
Ooh.
Oh well, if we're going big, then like the
Dream
Rhine-
big.
Dream
we're
venue.
dreaming big, then like the
Like
Rhineman.
the Key.
or-
I mean, the Key would be great, but like the Key.
well, Red Rocks.
No shade,
Red
no
Rocks.
Red Rocks.
would be
Red
crazy.
Rocks would be very cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
Radio City.
Yeah, there's too
Yeah.
many good venues. I mean, I think
So Nashville.
Nashville. Yeah.
Well, Radio City. I mean the New York Radio City, but yeah.
Well, he
Yeah.
said the Opry, so.
Oh, I did say the
Yeah.
Opry before that. You're right. What's the bar behind the Opry? The Andy always wears the hat from the
Oh,
purple hat.
I have no
I
idea.
don't know.
There's a bar that it's.
I've
I
never
can't
been
remember
to
the name.
Nashville. That
Me
is
neither.
on my bucket list.
Yeah, it would be fun. But there's a bar behind there that also does great shows apparently. Right? Like I think the artist will like play at the Opry and then just go out the back door and play at the
Oh,
bar.
fun.
Oh, cool.
Sometimes, yeah.
Yeah, there's too many good venues. I mean, it's hard to pick one. Like if you're going big, there's so many.
Rogers Center.
Rogers Center, yeah. Madison Square Garden
There
at
you
that.
go.
But
Massey Hall would be great.
Massey Hall would be
Actually, yeah, that'd be
unreal.
the top of my list,
Yeah,
actually, just because
yeah.
of the history. how
Especially,
old it is.
it's so beautiful since they redid it. The Alan Slate stage and the Alan Slate Theater. It just has Alan Slate everywhere. I mean, he was a great guy.
Do you know him personally?
I was gonna say, do you know him personally?
No, like from
We
what
all
I know,
besties?
from what I know of the late great Alan Slate.
This is where we need Aaron on.
Yeah, Aaron could tell you about Alan Slate.
Aaron does. He has this YouTube channel called Canadian Cult Classics,
Oh, cool.
where he pretty much hunts down kind of long lost Canadian albums and documents it. And it's definitely something you should check out because, I mean, part of the reason we didn't want him on the podcast because he wouldn't stop talking about it the whole time.
So that's why.
And he's sleeping.
And he's sleeping, but once he gets going, he's super passionate about it. And there's music on there, like he could play music for you for 2 hours and you wouldn't know one of the songs but it's all these great Canadian artists.
He's like an archivist for like niche
It's
Canadian
like right
music.
up your alley.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Maybe you two should just do an episode together.
bring him
I was gonna say that would be
love that.
that's a
Yeah.
great idea actually. Just get Aaron on. And,
I say we get Aaron on since he's not here today, and
Yeah.
then once your album is released, and you all come on together, and he'll be all talked out of his music history, and then we're
I don't
good.
know if that's possible.
Oh no!
I don't know
It
if
might be our longest episode, but that's okay.
It's all right.
What is our longest episode? 3 hours?
Yeah, probably something like that.
Damn.
We did a couple. There was one at Christmas time where,
But Christmas is an exception.
yeah, but I remember it was
love
we had my
Christmas.
bandmates on,
Okay.
but it was the year when Star Wars had come out, like one of the sequel
It
trilogies.
was the
ones had come
longest
out.
I was quiet on that episode.
because we basically had just seen the movie and then we just came here and like made drinks and just talked about the movie for like 3 hours.
That's
So.
that's my kind of shit that I watch on YouTube. It's just long.
Okay, well
form
then we'll
people
put the
talking
link
about
down
stuff.
below and
Yeah,
you can
please,
watch it after.
please.
Send you that.
Link in the description.
I mean, I don't know how. What I like about that episode is you just see me getting progressively.
You see
more,
them
Yeah.
all just get the glow,
We're
and
just
I'm
drinking-
just sitting here. I'm
We're
like,
just
"You
drinking
guys."
eggnog and just
Yeah.
like. So I don't know if we said anything intelligent or like very like deep or whatever.
Your mom
but-
had to drive me home that day. 'Cause your dad was on the sidelines also having
It's true.
eggnog,
We were
and I'm
making
like, "What do I
eggnog,
do,
too.
guys?"
Yeah.
There've
It was
been,
good.
There've been some shows like that where I've like emceed or like introduced bands, and then I think you've told me this. You or Andy told me this. Where it's just like, yeah, we loved it because you just kept progressively getting more drunk. Yeah, it's like it was just funnier and funnier watching you stumble on the stage.
Ladies and gentlemen.
I think our Christmas episodes are like that.
Yeah, it's a good time.
Especially if your band is on. This
should've brought
Christmas we
beers.
didn't, but normal Christmas episodes where your brother or your band
Pouring
are on.
eggnogs the whole time, pretty much.
Or when Garson's on and he starts bartending.
It's good stuff. Yeah, sometimes we do have boozy episodes. Yeah,
We'll bring
Maybe
beers next time.
We'll
All
bring
right.
it in.
Should we move to our final segment?
Or like a Kaz is like,
This is what we've been preparing you for.
Kaz, this is your moment.
Oh my god.
He's just sitting there quietly. I'm like, by the way, you're up.
We've nominated Cass for this.
Yeah.
He
I don't know-
and
I don't know
he
what
doesn't
this
even know
is
what it
yet.
is.
All
Here,
right.
you're about to find out. Ladies and gentlemen, introducing this week's edition
Featuring Kaz.
of the Barrel of Monkeys World Championship.
Oh lord.
This will be his favorite memory.
Yeah.
So I know you were
Is
you were
that a
looking,
monkey sound effect?
Yeah.
That was.
so I know you were looking at the blue one earlier. So
I was.
Are you familiar with this?
A little bit. Like I've seen them back in the day. Like I'm in a
Toy Story?
Toy Story.
Were they in Toy Story?
and
Oh, they were. Yeah.
when you're in the elementary school playroom or whatever the fuck, they were there. They were
Well-
around.
This is the classic game, Barrel of Monkeys. So we have this challenge
Okay.
on every episode. Every guest does it. So in your case, the band has nominated you to be the representative.
Sick.
I think we made
So
the right choice.
here's how it works. So Regine will do the demo. So it starts sitting on the table in the play area, which we'll set up for
Can
you
you
over
see it?
here.
All good?
Yep.
So it starts. We put 1 minute on the timer.
Okay.
We say 3, 2, 1, go. You pick up the barrel. You pour out the monkeys. You can now put the barrel to the side. You don't need the barrel anymore. You pick up a monkey. Use that monkey to pick up another monkey.
Oh.
Oh, okay.
I
well, in
did
this
it
case-
again.
Use that monkey.
There you go.
Use that monkey to pick up another monkey. You're trying to make a chain of monkeys as long as possible. So you're like hooking all the monkeys together. There you go.
And then when it breaks, you're out.
No.
Oh.
You just keep going until the timer runs out.
I see. Right. I forgot about the timer.
Once you've hit 0, so we'll say 3, 2, 1, 0, beep, beep, whatever.
Yeah.
Freeze, and we'll count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. The one in your hand does not count towards the total.
Why?
It's just how we do it.
Okay.
It's just the rules.
All right.
Do you have any questions?
I had a question. Why?
No, other than that, I'm ready.
All right.
Shout out Jeanette McKenzie.
That's right.
Actually, the super
Best
chat.
realtor. That's right.
You
All right.
can move forward.
Yeah, we can move you in, and you can move the mic out of the way so it's on your way. So this will be the play area here. So we'll sit this down.
Should I stand?
You can if
Whatever,
you
however
want.
you feel comfortable. Whatever works for you.
Just don't move the camera.
Cass is a world champion at this.
All right, let me get the timer.
Oh,
going.
hands off.
What's the record?
We can't tell you.
We'll tell you
Oh,
afterwards.
okay. I see.
I mean, we could. It doesn't
No,
really
I'll
matter.
tell him afterwards.
All right. Are you ready?
I'm as ready as I'm gonna be.
All right. Here we go.
Who did this in the scones?
Gary.
Gary
Yeah.
did. All right.
Oh,
ready?
they watched it. That's why they nominated you.
Yeah. All right. 3, 2, 1, go.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
You got
You can do this.
This
Don't
is why
panic.
we told you to wear the headphones.
That's it.
You're
okay.
good. You're good.
You know
How
what?
much time do I have?
You got
46.
45 seconds left. You just keep on rolling. You got this. Don't worry.
You're fine.
Don't
Slow
panic.
and
There you go.
steady.
There you
Slow
go.
and steady.
How much time do I have?
Don't worry about the
36 seconds.
time.
He's got this.
You're good. You're good. You're
Be the
good.
monkey. That's right.
Be one with the monkey.
That's it. You've got the right idea. That's it. You just got to get under there. All right. Yeah. You lifted it. 20 seconds remaining. Oh, I'm jumped up.
You're
You
good,
got it
you're
back.
good,
You got it
you're
back.
good,
There you go.
you're
There you
good,
go.
you're good.
That's a good angle.
Oh. Now hook it.
Get under there.
Oh, grab it back.
10 seconds. 5.
Don't tell him that. You're going to get disqualified.
Tie.
Okay, we're not counting those bottom two. The bottom two don't count.
He has altered his strategy. He's introduced a second
One,
hand.
2, 3 monkeys. This guy.
Stop doing that.
Wow, it's going to be a record. Incredible.
How much time do I have?
The time is over. We've never seen that before.
That's true. That's a first on the show.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Someone give me the time.
You got 25 seconds left. You're good.
We absolutely made the right choice.
Buddy, settle down. Settle down.
Incredible.
It was three monkeys is what I said?
You said 3 monkeys.
Yes.
I got 3 monkeys?
Yes, Mom.
Sick.
So, how are you?
How do you feel?
How do you feel about your performance? How did that go?
I have a lot of leftover anxiety from that. It was really stressful.
You're crying.
It was really stressful.
Oh my god.
Yeah, the music doesn't help. The music doesn't help.
I
with
wish I
being
got to
stressed.
train earlier for that.
You kind of were cheating earlier.
No.
You know what?
Yeah, maybe a little bit.
I will
All
say,
good.
very, maybe most entertaining we've ever seen. Yeah.
Okay.
Very entertaining.
So you know what? That's worth something. Let's take a look at the monkey standings, everyone. See where you
Let's
guys
do it.
stand.
Holy
Okay,
shit.
That's not very legible. So
Oh my God.
with 3 monkeys.
Someone got 12 monkeys.
Yeah,
12
the
monkeys?
absolute top was Antoinette Targa, 12 monkeys, and she had 3 seconds remaining.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Like she had
Yeah.
3 seconds to the full minute.
Yeah.
How many did Gary get?
3. So he is
All right, we're
with.
tied.
No, Gary
Gary got 8.
Oh, sorry.
Gary actually had a
Yeah,
good
he got
run.
8.
Yeah, he got 8.
Didn't a few
That
jump off?
Scottish bastard.
Yeah. So the
For
Howlin
you,
Gales, you
for
guys are sitting here
3.
at 3. So we'll put them here. So you're tied with Stephen Cullen,
Awesome.
Chloe Sabatin,
Awesome singer.
Samantha O'Coin.
Amazing
Oh, we know Sam.
singer.
Yep.
There you go. You're with Sam.
Yep, Gil Tiongson, father of
The Tiong Song sisters.
Yep, and Jitty Wong and Kayla from PIDC.
Kyla.
Oh, Kyla, and also Athena Park,
Awesome
singer,
singer.
actress.
Well, all of
So
those
you're-
guys, we can have a SmackDown little game. We can arrange it.
Well,
I'll
actually,
verse all of
Next
them.
time you see Sam, just like bring out the
Yeah,
barrel.
Bring
break
out
out
the
the
barrel.
To do
barrel.
a tiebreaker.
well,
Yeah.
to be fair, this is something we've been working towards 300 episodes later.
Yeah.
Well, not 300, maybe 200.
You've been having like an actual special. We've talked
Yeah.
about it for so long, having like an episode where it's just Barrel of Monkeys.
It had to be a summer thing where
I
we
will
get
be
a
A
there.
barrel of monkeys.
Yeah.
That would be so. One day we'll make it happen.
I just got an idea for that.
But anyway, you guys are now been added onto the list. There you are, the Howlin Gales.
Can you
So
bring that whole thing
proudly
down a
up
little
for-
bit? So
Sorry to
that
disappoint.
Antoinette's not so high
Oh,
up.
I see.
You
No,
did
that
not
was-
disappoint.
You did not disappoint at
I think
all.
quite the opposite. Yeah.
The way they were tearing up for you and how proud they were was it's so meaningful. I
man.
felt it.
Yeah. It was it was great.
What's the time?
How much time we got?
So next time you'll be able to train.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm gonna train every day Next one.
Well, you guys come back towards the end of the summer, so
Okay.
you
There
have a few months to
Yeah.
prepare.
8 hours a day.
There you go.
We'll be working.
You'll be like,
towards it.
"How's your bassist doing?" Oh, he's
We haven't
just in
seen him.
monkey
Sorry, guys,
camp.
I can't come to the shows this week. I got to train the monkeys. I'm just-
Like we all go on the 11th. They're like, "Where'd he go?" He's at home.
That concludes this week's edition of the Barrel of Monkeys World Championship.
That reminds me of. I'll wait till the thing again.
Yeah. Yeah.
That reminds me of. We were in the studio, and I know we got to wrap up.
No, you're
That's
fine.
fine.
We were in the studio a couple months ago, and Cass had downloaded an app on his phone, which was just bear noises. And do you still have it?
Yeah.
It's incredible, and it's like one of those things where you've been in the studio for like 8-10 hours, you know, and you're starting to go a little insane. And Cass would go into the vocal booth and just, but yeah, before the take, he'd just go. Can we get it?
What the fuck?
Just kidding. Oh. That's a howling.
I don't know why. It
Fantastic.
just makes me laugh so much.
I mean, it's a good sound.
It's a great sound.
It's definitely
might-
howling works.
It
The
might
Howlin
be
Gale
somewhere.
works.
It might be somewhere on a record hidden.
Yeah, in one of the takes.
But he snuck it in there.
Little Easter egg. Little Easter egg.
And now you know why.
Yeah.
You heard it here first.
Exclusive.
Yeah.
Well,
down
we should
exclusive.
add that to one of their songs.
Yeah.
later.
Yeah, maybe you could put on the last one.
Well, before we say goodbye, why don't you guys let us know social media or any of that stuff? Let people know where they can find the band. And
Last
if you want, you can
plug-in
let
for
people
the
know about
shows.
your next shows again one more time. And yeah, all that stuff.
Yeah, you can find us on all the social medias under the Howlin Gales.
No G.
No
after
G.
Howlin.
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 Howlin. And yeah, we have 3 shows this week. We're in London on Thursday. We're in Bradford or Bradford? Brantford. I always get those ones mixed up. On Friday, and then Saturday we have a gig up in Barrie. And then the big one in the city for anyone who's watching from Toronto is Adelaide Hall, April 11th. It's a great bill. We got Baby O, friends from work, the Young Scones, and us on it. And it's going to be a fun night.
Fantastic.
We'd like to see you there.
Just wanted
Yeah,
to say,
please come. And you guys too, if you'd like to come.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I have it on my calendar actually.
Okay.
Yeah, I think you said
Yeah.
that.
So yeah.
Yeah, we'd love to see you there.
Fantastic.
No pressure.
I appreciate you having us on.
Yeah,
as
thanks
well.
so much,
Yeah,
guys.
thanks for
It was
coming on.
a
Thanks
lot of
for
fun.
reaching out.
Yeah. Regine, where can people find you?
You all can find me on my Instagram and TikTok at It's Regine Alaina, which is right here. You can also, if you are interested in pageant coaching, I have a few spots left for a few pageants coming up at the end of April. You can find me on pageantcoaching.reginealaina on Instagram. I have a YouTube channel for the pageant sit down, which we haven't gone on in a few months.
But it's coming.
Years. But if you are interested in watching old videos, you can do so. Link is in the description. I interviewed Scott. Fun times.
It was good. Really, really good interview.
Yeah.
Really good.
Great interviewee. But yeah, links are down below. Scott,
Yeah.
where can people find you?
You can find me right here where you're watching this very video. YouTube.com/Scott Dion Brown. That's the best place. It's where you get every episode of The Sit Down. It's where you get the vlogs, music, unboxings when I get gear and all that stuff. It's all there. YouTube.com/Scott Dion Brown. Maybe just one of the best in YouTube channels that ever existed. Who knows? You can also find me on Instagram.
Mine? What about theirs?
Yeah, that's what I said one of.
What about Aaron's?
It's implied that they're all there. They're all
We
there.
should add Aaron's YouTube channel.
We can do that.
Canadian Cult Classics. Go
Nice.
check it out.
There you
Links in
go.
description down below. I'll add it.
There you go.
You guys find me on Instagram at Scott Dion Brown. I post pictures on there sometimes. You know, YouTube is the best place, but Instagram's good. X is there. I don't post there that often, but I'm on there. If you're on there, boom. Follow the show, The Sit Down with SDB on TikTok, The Sit Down with SDB on Insta, Sit Down Scott on X, The Sit Down with Scott Dion Brown on Facebook.
And Regine
Regine
Alaina.
Alaina updated it. Sit Down with Scott Dion Brown and Regine Alaina on Facebook. And you can also find us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and a variety of other places.
And if you want your own sit down merch,
Links in description down below. You can see them all there. Get yourself a mug.
Yes.
Sip like a here. Do that again.
Do it again. Do it
There you
again.
go. Sip like a champion. Boom. We'll screen capture that. That's the new ad for sure.
Exactly.
Howlin Gales, thank you guys so much for being here.
Thank you for having us.
Thanks so much. It was a lot of fun.
And before we can we get you guys to maybe play one more song before you leave?
Of course.
I suppose.
What song is it going to be, Mark?
I just about said Angels on the Highway. We're gonna play All I Know.
All I know.
All right. Well, yeah. Thanks again, guys, for being here. You guys can, I guess, take off your headphones and make your way over to the play area.
Keep the hats on.
And we'll say to all of you, thank you guys so much for tuning in.
Yes.
As always, love having you guys. Hit the like button if you haven't yet. Hit the subscribe button if you're new.
And like we said, next week we do have Chad Boulogne joining us. So
Yes, that's
familiar
right.
face with some new friends.
Yeah,
So
great to have Chad back on.
yeah.
And yeah, anything else that we should announce people with? If you're going to a restaurant, right? and they're like, hey, we got a 2-for-1 special. Here, here's a message for both. If you're a restaurant owner, it's kind of skeezy to do that. I don't like it. What kind of world do you want us to live in, huh?
Oh God.
And if you're a person going to a restaurant, I guess check the menu before you go.
Well, I'm like your girlfriend, where I do check the menus before. I'm also an indecisive eater, so I have to look at their menu to know what to order, or I'll be that person that people are waiting on.
I mean, it's not an illogical thing to do. I just tend not to be that prepared when I go to a restaurant. I'm just like, well, But that interaction at the beginning, you guys want a few drinks? Can I get you guys a drink? Right? It's like weird if there's this one thing that's like, I hope he orders this one because that one's $1,000.
Well, it's a good tactic, and you got suckered into it.
I did.
So
They saw me coming. Anyways.
before we go, I know the Propter Hawks was here a few weeks ago. They do have a show on Friday, April 4th. They wanted us to mention it, so check them out on Instagram. I shared their post.
There you go.
Horseshoe Tavern.
I'm liking that we're getting all these.
Are we gonna go? They asked us to
April
come.
4th?
Friday.
Yeah,
Maybe we'll be there.
Maybe
You
there.
never know.
Who knows? We'll find out. You guys ready to go over there? Yeah. All right. All right. So
Very
then for the final
excited.
time to close out the show, everybody, please welcome the Howlin Gales.
Oh.
You were standing across the crowd with a guy from out of town. Same look upon your face, the only goddamn woman in the place. 22 and she was almost done. No, she was born to run. They say the road ain't the end. We'll meet here when we're back again. Wandering eyes in a stolen dance. I never thought I stood a chance. Wandering eyes, them lights get low. Visions of lust had a hold on me. Visions of you never set me free. Now I see it's time to go. You're all I know. You were always somehow there. How was I unaware? You said we'll leave this town, burn it to the ground. Paradise by the dashboard lights as we fade on into the night. Out where where the city meets the sand. We're gonna make our stand. Wandering eyes in a stolen dance. I never thought I stood a chance. Wandering eyes, them lights get low. Visions of lust had a hold on me. Visions of you never set me free. Now I see it's time to go. You're all I know. Thank you for watching. Shout out to Aaron, who's probably sleeping.